say these multinational bastards don't use tanks and guns, it's true. But they've declared a war on us. Fight back, it's up to you. Oh, it's a war on the workers. War on the workers. Oh, it's a war on the workers. War on the workers. Oh, it's a war on the workers. And it's time we started calling the shots. Going to work could be the death of you and me, but we're not unarmed. Our weapons, solidarity. Jim Beals and Karen Silkwood, the list goes on and on. With every year that passes, 60,000 more gone. Oh, it's a war on the workers. War on the workers. Oh, it's a war on the workers. War on the workers. Oh, it's a war on the workers. And it's time we started calling the shots.
War on the Workers, Ann Feeney here on Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman with Nermeen Sheikh.
As the Northeast braces for a major holiday storm, we turn to a story about a prominent New York performance artist and activist who faces a possible jail sentence for preaching about climate change and the fossil fuel industry. For more than a decade, Bill Talon, who goes by the name Reverend Billy, has preached fiery sermons against recreational consumerism and, more recently, against climate disaster. You can often find Reverend Billy and his Church of Stop Shopping greeting the crush of shoppers at Macy's here in New York on Black Friday. That may not be the case this year. That's because in September, Reverend Billy was arrested after staging a 15-minute musical protest at a J.P. Morgan Chase bank in Manhattan. This is part of a video made at a similar protest in June in a J.P. Morgan Chase bank lobby.
We are in the midst of a mass extinction at this time. I ask you to think of your own children. I'm a father of a 3-year-old, and I'm worried about the kind of world that my daughter will inherit. Please, protect life. Protect the earth. Take your money out of J.P. Morgan Chase or work inside the bank to change the value system of this bank. It's the largest bank in the United States by assets, but it is also the top bank in the world for financing industrial projects which poison the atmosphere with CO2 emissions. Who caused Hurricane Sandy? Chase Bank did, if anybody did. Rise up against the corporations that are poisoning the atmosphere. It's up to you and to me. Only we can do it. Somebody give me change, hallelujah.
Change, hallelujah.
Somebody give me an earth, hallelujah.
Earth, hallelujah.
Somebody give me a life, hallelujah.
Life, hallelujah.
For our radio listeners, you can see in the video that protesters are wearing yellow frog masks. Well, for protesting J.P. Morgan Chase, Reverend Billy now faces a year in prison for misdemeanor charges of riot in the 2nd degree, menacing in the 3rd degree, unlawful assembly, and 2 counts of disorderly conduct. Despite this, he and the Stop Shopping Choir are performing at Joe's Pub here in New York every Sunday through December 22nd. Reverend Billy is also featured in the film What Would Jesus Buy? And the book of the same name. His most recent book is The End of the World. He's joining us here in our New York studio. It's great to have you back, Billy.
Glad to be here, Amy.
Talk about that action that you engaged in.
It was a different action for us. Going back across the years, all of our performances inside banks, UBS, Deutsche Bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, HSBC, Bank of America, and many Chase banks. This one was unusual in that we, on purpose, chose an uptown Manhattan bank that we knew to be frequented by people from Wall Street, wealthy people. It's called a wealth management bank. And it had a design where the escalator shot up to the 3rd floor. So our 14 singing toad actors could go right into the center of what we call white people land, where all these people are having hushed conversations about their stock portfolios.
So explain the significance of the golden toad.
Well, the golden toad was driven into extinction 30 years ago in Central America, in the mountains, cloud forest ponds where its habitat. It's a beautiful, luminescent forest creature called the Alleluia toad by the indigenous peoples there. And the United Nations and there's a consensus among natural scientists that this is one of the first prominent species to be killed by climate change.
You know, Democracy Now! Was just broadcasting from Warsaw all last week at the United Nations Climate Change Summit. And one of the most powerful leaders there is Christiana Figueres, head of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC. She's from Costa Rica. She recently told KQED the disappearance of the golden toad from Costa Rica had a lasting impression on her. She said, quote, "I was about 12 or 13. My parents took me to a rainforest in Costa Rica where there was an endemic golden frog that was a beautiful species. By the time I was married and had children, the species of frog had disappeared because of the increasing temperatures caused by climate change. The fact that I have seen the disappearance of a species in my lifetime has left me marked. I now realize the planet I'm leaving to my children is visibly diminished from the planet I inherited."
Oh.
Your thoughts, Reverend Billy?
I'm listening to you, and I'm hoping that there's a way that we can be marked by the extinction in the world. The extinction wave is real, and the financing of the extinction wave by people who profit from it is real. But we don't, we're so consumerized, something's wrong with us. We don't have any fight or flight. We're not responding. The natural scientists have a consensus. They're telling us we're in grave danger. When other life dies, we die as well. I think we're taught by, I don't know, the Industrial Revolution, Enlightenment, capitalism, we're taught that the human species can exist alone. But Dr. E.O. Wilson, kind of the leader of the extinction experts in the world, biology teacher up at Harvard, I mean, they all say, no, that's not possible. If the biosphere becomes damaged on a certain level, we suffer damage too.
And what is it, how is it that J.P. Morgan Chase, the bank that you targeted, how is it that they're involved in climate change, exacerbating climate change?
Our research has it that J.P. Morgan Chase is the top financier of climate change in the world. Its investments put more CO2 and nitrous oxide and methane into the atmosphere than any other single investor. Of course, they're traditionally a fossil fuel bank. They come to us from Standard Oil. They've always been a fossil fuel bank. The trouble is they continue to be. But now, like all the corporations, they pour hundreds of millions of dollars into greenwashing advertising. We're led to believe that they have a neutral carbon footprint and that they're, you know, we're subject to their propaganda.
This year, Rainforest Action Network, the Sierra Club, Bank Track released their 4th annual coal report card, which evaluates the largest U.S. banks on their financing of coal, the largest contributor to greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. The report found, quote, U.S. banks financed a combined $20.8 billion for the worst of the worst companies in the coal industry in 2012. Bank of America, Citigroup, J.P. Morgan Chase had the most exposure to coal among U.S. banks in 2012, financing $3 billion. $2.75 billion and $2.17 billion, respectively, in loan and underwriting transactions with companies that engage in mountaintop removal, coal mining, or electrical utilities that are expanding or extending the lives of their coal-fired power plant fleets. The report gave J.P. Morgan a D+ for policies on mountaintop removal and a D for financing of coal-fired power plants. Reverend Billy, in the last minute we have with you, if you could share with us a pre-Thanksgiving sermon in this period where, well, will soon be decided whether or not you go to jail.
I just want to ask, this thing that we share here at this table, that the people in the studio audience have, the people watching us right now, we share this amazing, unexplained thing called life. I just want to pray to life. Life, hallelujah. May we respect the life in others. May we respect life in the species, the plants, the animals that we share this beautiful planet with. May we respect the lives of the workers who are serving us with this strange convenience, these products that we're addicted to this Black Friday weekend. We can't afford to force life into an other category anymore. We're all life together. Earth, hallelujah.
Reverend Billy, I want to thank you for being with us. Your final thoughts, 15 seconds on, quick question, would Jesus go to jail?
Well, Jesus taught us, I mean, there's lots of things about Jesus that we can't listen to, right? But one thing he did teach us is, if you can't afford a press person, get arrested quickly.
Reverend Billy, I want to thank you very much for being with us.
Amen.
Reverend Billy, performance artist, arrested September after staging a 15-minute musical protest at Chase Manhattan. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman with Nermeen Sheikh. When we come back,